What's going on, people? This your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads, back at you with another one of Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. And before we start these videos, we always got to pay homage to our followers, our subscribers, and those keeping the comments going down low, man. We definitely appreciate you. We definitely appreciate the engagement. And with that being said, let's get right into it. No wasted time. Black History Month, man. Let's really talk about it. We're going to talk something totally different today. We talk about culture, we talk about footwear, we talk about sports, just black people in general. And we're going to highlight it this time around because why? It's Black History Month. So let's start out with some dope ass designers for the culture itself. Let's start from the 80s, whether it be BMW drop tops, whether it be 600 Benzes, piped out seats, custom interior, gold rope chains, leather, jogging suits, Reebok, Adidas, fat laces, and hip hop. We're going to start with our man, Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan was that guy in the 80s where, when you had a little bit of coin, whether it be from the streets, whether it be singers, rappers, athletes, they had to go to Harlem to go see who? Man, Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan definitely was the guy in that era where he took high-end streetwear to the next level, whether it be Louis Vuitton or Gucci print. He really made his path throughout that lane because all the dope boys had to come see him. And then he inscribed his name in a lot of his outfits where you seem like that you know who you came for those outfits. And you say, who was the dudes that really mess with Dapper Dan like that? Dapper Dan, we see Mike Tyson, Eric B, Rakim, Salt and Pepper, LL Cool J, Jay Z, and many more. They even use a lot of Dapper Dan's inspired outfits in the movie Paid in Full, which came out in the 2000s. So why is Dapper Dan highlighted? You say Dapper Dan was kind of the rug was pulled up under him when he started receiving lawsuits from these high end designers. And why they did that? Because they seen what he put on in the street level, where he made high end look for us as black people. He made it look for our liking. And I don't think that the high end designers could envision what Dap had to the point where now Dap had to be revisionist in history and given back opportunities by Gucci because he's part of the culture from the beginning. He's been brought in by the Gap to give him certain capsules. And he's reopened his store out in Harlem. And at 70 plus, Dap is still, to this day, a part of fashion and black history. And we gotta salute that man because Dap is that. He's that. And that's that. You feel me? Now let's go to the 90s. The 90s was a little different era when baggy silhouettes came into part. The real attitude era, gangster rap got synonymous in the streetwear type of feel. And then we had a man called Coconut who really was putting on for the culture during the 90s. Whether you had people like, oh, man, all right, hold up. Let's say he had the top of the top, Creme de la Creme. And this was a new brand where he had Coconut had Snoop Dogg, Method Man, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Biggie Small, rest in peace. Tupac, unfortunately, rest in peace. Puff Daddy, and many more. But Coconut was known for changing of the guards, where it came from high end from that to real baggy, streetwear, that real heavy feel. And he played with a lot of different looks, whether it be denim pants, denim shorts, hockey jerseys. It wasn't really tailored like how they were doing back in the day where you had that clean cut look, but it was new, it was edgy, it was grungy, it was the attitude, man. And Coconut was doing it on a level where like I haven't seen a movement that just hit like that. And we highlighted him because why? Again, another black designer, man. Shout out to the brother Coconut. I actually did a show with him on the same bill where we were honored for the Hip Hop is 50 award. You know, he was really a cool brother, humble, had a lot of good words, and telling you to really keep on your grind and do your thing. But to see where he was as a person back then, to being so humble and speaking to everybody underneath that's aspiring designers was kind of dope in a moment for me. So meeting Kalkana was definitely amazing for me personally. Now let's jump into the 2000s. We're gonna go with Virgil Abloh. So Virgil was known in the street with far as music. Like, he had a lot of connections in the beginning, whether it be the ASAP Rockies, whether it be connections to Kanye, that realm, that Chicago lane. But he started off with a brand called Pyrex. Pyrex had a certain lane, and it had its hype, and then it kind of transcended into what we knew as Off White. I think Off White has had one of the biggest booms in the industry in maybe the last 20 years, where he took a brand that was strictly streetwear and he entangled that brand between high end, between designer, between streetwear, whether it be for females, males. And I could talk extensively on this one because this is my era. And I seen the growth of it, and I seen where it came from and then where it ended, unfortunately, with his passing in 2021 November. But the thing with Virgil is we seen a lane of Virgil because he kind of came from the Kanye tree. It was Kanye had ties with Jerry Lorenzo, with Tisa. That was an ensemble group right there of talent. With what's the other guy, Don C. That was a very unique era when it came to streetwear. But what's dope is all of those guys are black historians in their own lane, in their own facet of fashion alone, which is fire. But we highlighting Virgil in itself because Virgil's found a way to tie in Off White with Nike and with Louis Vuitton, where he became the head director of Louis Vuitton over there, and he was making the brand more of a, how can I say this, palatable to the black audience. We're using different materials, the brightness of certain materials, and making it something we do. You let us in the door, we change the flow of everything. So, on that note, I definitely want to shout out Virgil. Rest in peace. You did a great thing, and you are the father to many other designers without you even knowing. But I feel as though you might not have gotten your flowers from some while you were here because the passing was so untimely. But please believe your work has affected us all. So on that note, I'm gonna pay some bills, take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Now a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Fashion. We're here with a special guest. You want to say the leader of the JBT. You want to say the forefather, the Polo Don. You know what? I'm going to stop botching it. I'm going to let it speak for itself. What's going on, Jake? Talk to the people.
Man, I'm just keeping life simple. Happy to be over here and Let's Talk Fashion, man, because I'm one of the cats that actually watch it all the time. So I enjoy what you got going on, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's for the future, man.
Definitely, man. I appreciate this. For those that don't know, person that got me going, that man right there, he said, man, you got some talent. Do something with the shit. All right, so that's why we here, because of Jake. But let's get right into it, Jake. Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT, Just Boxing Talk Network. But we talk fashion over here. So We see the polo. See the good collar rugbies. You made me put on a button up to work.
I see.
So let's reverse this.
Okay.
What was your first step and your first stages or your introduction into fashion itself?
Wow. Fashion, man. Well, I guess in the beginning it's wanting fashion. You know, I can remember growing up as a kid and, you know, we was poor, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We was definitely poor, man. And I used to always watch how the other kids were dressing and everything. And I wanted that for myself, man. But we basically couldn't afford it. You did. And I'm going to be honest, man. I got into some things, man, to put together money for myself so I could have clothing. That's how deep it was, man. I got into some things I shouldn't have got into just so I can be able to look like everybody else.
You know what? That happens a lot in like our communities. But the thing is, like, we know how to get it. It might not be the right way all the time, but when we do get it, we know how to put that shit on though. You know what I'm saying? But with your introduction, what was a pivotal point? Like, what was one thing, whether it be like a sweater, a pair of sneakers, an artist, what made you want to be in that fashion lane? If you could pull out a particular person or a thing.
You know what? I guess to be truthfully honest, man, I always been interested in fashion, but it was one guy that I used to watch and be like, damn, he fly. I'm gonna give it to him. He was fly, man. And that was my yearbook teacher in high school, man. Shout out to Mr. Freeman, a white boy at that, man. But he was fly, man. He was fly as hell. Fly to me anyway, you know. And Mr. Freeman used to wear the button-ups, man, and nice jeans and moccasins or some drivers, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And he rocked the Ralph, man. He rocked the Ralph. And I was like, man, that white boy put it on, man. And he was one of them Fabio type of cat. Hair all the way down to his shoulder. Tab. Look, drank a soda called Tab. You know, that's dating my time, Jack. But yeah, man, it was Mr. Freeman, man, my high school yearbook teacher, man, that really got me to saying, damn, I like that style, man. You know, and yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Freeman. You know, like let's put for the guests checking out today. What era would you put that in? Would it be the 70s, 80s? So you get an idea when you say
90s, man. No, 80s. I graduated high school 86. So that was in the 80s, man. I guess it around 83 or 84, maybe.
That's what got the bug.
Yeah. I got the bug, man. And during that time, man, I'm from Washington, D.C., okay? And we call that the Rafer era. You know, Rafer Edmonds, man. And Rafer Edmonds was a big drug dealer from Washington, D.C., man, that brought a lot of cocaine to Washington, D.C. I'm going to keep it real, man. And a lot of you all know about him, you did. But by that happening, man, a lot of us had money. We had money. And what do you do when you have money? You go shopping.
Got to look like you got money, too, when you got money.
Right. So you go shopping, man. So, yeah, we had money in the 80s, man, big time. And during that particular time, man, by having money, we really started jumping deep into what was happening in fashion in the 80s, man. Did I answer that question? I'm not even sure, man.
Definitely did. I want to piggyback on something what you said, because you did say, you know, at some point in time you found yourself getting into other things that allowed you to have an allotment of money to spend in fashion. So when that time came up, we say in the 80s, like going towards the 90s, that was a Dapper Dan era and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So like in that lane, in that specific time zone, what was the pivotal fashion trend that was your thing?
Man, during the 80s, man, we was wearing Ralph, man. We was wearing polo, like going north, man. We were wearing a lot of polo, but during that particular time, it was the jean era just started kicking off where, you had the good designer jeans. Okay. So we wearing jeans called AJs. Well, the women were wearing 7 jeans, and we were wearing polo jeans for sure. But we also was into the velour fila sweatsuit.
So yeah. I remember that. I remember that with the Kango, Adidas tracks. So that right era, it kind of like ignited the tracksuit look. Okay, all right, yeah. So with that, I know what came along with the clothing as well. But this is a podcast about everything, whether it be fashion, entertainment. During that time, who were some of the biggest influences, music-wise or sports-wise, that had you had that vision? Like, aside from the dealers, and you seen them on TV or during tour, be like, you know what? I can get as fly as that guy. Or who were some of those images that you've seen on TV often that you wanted to not say emulate, but you could compete with in your mind?
Oh man, there was a few people, but you had people like Mike Tyson, man. Mike was putting it on, you know what I'm saying? He was putting it on, and that was the earlier stages of P. Diddy too, man. It was early stages of P, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to think who else we looked at and was like, damn, okay. I'm trying to think, man.
Could I throw in anyone for you?
Give it to me.
My man LL.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was one of the Dapper Daners. From what I seen back in the day, like he was always up there and had something nice. But what you didn't tell me was I'm a little bit tricked up. Cars was looking like, man.
The cars, man. Let me tell you something. It got to the point, man, we had to match our fits with the cars and things of that nature, man. I mean, your rim might be spinning, you know what I'm saying? And we might have got it dipped. You know what I mean? So I might have got it dipped in a teal color, but I might wear a teal shirt with that. You know what I'm saying? But then with the cars, man, we were getting the seats piped out, and we got that actually from New York. I ain't gonna lie. We got that from New York because we had a lot of cats like Apple and them coming down, man, with stuff we had not seen yet in the cars. I'm gonna keep it real.
And the Aquarius, blue guts and stuff like that, and BMWs with blue guts. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, exactly. So all that, man, we were getting our seats piped out, man. And if y'all don't know what it means, piped out, man, it'll be a trim going around the seat. Like my seat might be white, but I might have a blue trim going around it. You did, and I might drop like $2,500, $3,000 to get that done in my car. You know what I'm saying? So, all that was part of it, man. The chains that we wore, you know what I'm saying? We was into the Gucci link and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And you had to have a bracelet that matched off with that, with the pinky ring working with you and everything. You know what I mean? So all that was part of the whole fashion lineup.
The trouble of the time. That's a time to be alive, man. Because it's like, I was born in 85. So most of the stuff that, we seen back then is kind of emulated in today's society. And it's not appreciated as much because, the first of an era is always the pivotal moment. Everything after that has always seemed to be a little watered down because you never get that authentic feel from it, unless it's vintage. You know what I'm saying? But, being that you into fashion, and in the sport, which is, the sport of boxing, but people don't know you cover boxing as well. Before we get into that part, what made you jump into boxing? Covering boxing.
Oh, covering boxing, man. Because I just felt, though, that I was needed, man. I'm going to be truthfully honest, man. Because I was looking at the cats that were actually doing it, and I was like, damn, I can do that. And I feel, though, I can do it better. But yet, I can put my flair on it. You know what I'm saying? And try to be unbiased, man, because people get so one-sided. You know what I'm saying? They can't see no earthly good on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And I could be a Tank guy, but appreciate what Devin does. You know what I'm saying? I can be a wilder guy, you know what I'm saying, and say, you know what? But Fury, Lord have mercy. You know what I mean? And try to bring that unbiased approach. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna like my guy, but I can like your guy too, man. Ain't no problem with that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like most sports outlets, they try to navigate the conversation to pivot into the person that they like or the person who's hot. You hear LeBron James on TV all the time. The goddamn team's losing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, I'm glad, there's a lane for everything. Being that the internet is the way the internet is, the internet might be a little bit more hotter than our terrestrial TV, ESPNs and F1s. And, people looking for the opinions of the modern versus the suit and tie person that gets something scripted for them each morning and they have to stay in a certain lane, a certain avenue. So I think what you're doing and others are doing is an amazing thing that, you're giving another voice, another ear, and a objective conversation to some people as well, because some people just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on, man. Now that you're in the avenue of sports and boxing as the main sport, the word fashion in sports is never really been tied to boxing, being that it's so brutal at times, so much blood. It's a real bravado sport, but you've been seeing things change in the fashion world when it comes to sports. So we see people like Ryan Garcia, sponsored by Dior on his ring walk. Tank Davis, Human Rates is human made actually. Pharrell's brand. Devin Haney, his last fight, it looked kind of crazy, but that was Rick Owens. Jamal Charlo, he didn't really put up much of a fight, but he was in all Balenciaga. So for this changing of the guards, what positive spin do you have for that on boxing?
You know what? I like that the youngest because it's the younger generation, man. They're more fashionistic. I don't know. Is that a good word for that? Because they're putting it on now. I see them putting it on. And I'm going to tell you, man, for a while, man, I was saying, Lord have mercy. These young folks can't dress, man. They need help. I'm going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to see them do much, much, much better. And I like that they are bringing in the fashion into it, man. But in actuality, man, these fashion people connected with them. Yeah. They saying that these people are walking billboards, if you will, man. And they were like, you know what? I'm going to put my clothes on Tank, because when Tank wear it, now such and such want to wear it. You know what I mean? So it's good business model, man. You know what I mean? And the fighters get the clothing for free. They wear it, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh, okay, yeah. And then they get to the point where they like, you know what? I don't want the freebies no more. Pay me.
Sign me. Yeah. And that's the thing I thought about when I first started seeing this. I said, because I'm fashion first, sports second, and then lifestyle is just, ties in together. But I'm saying, like, when Tank speaks, whenever that is, because that's a novelty when the man speaks. But the people listen. They watch. They watch what these guys are doing. Whether it be Ryan Garcia, he has millions of followers. In our community, he might not be deemed as the guy we champion and look up to, but he's a pretty boy from California with good skin and good hair. Why not have him in Dior? Why not have him in Chevy commercials? And I think they're bringing another element to the sport than just the brutal warrior spirit. I think it's a good thing moving forward, because boxing is one of the only sports where you can fight regionally all year round. So there's no limitation to say, like, I only play football in the U.S. or, So I could go somewhere to China to fight somebody, or Tokyo, or Dubai, and I get a whole different feel for shopping experience. The feel would be just different based on where I'm going in the world. And then when you go places other than what you're used to, your local neighborhoods to shop, you get a different feel of the culture. You become more cultured as a person as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a different feel in life. So I'm put you on the hot seat right now.
Bring it.
Whether it be new or old, give me 3 of the top dressed boxers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start with the first one, Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson put it on. He definitely put it on, man. He was always suited and booted, always, man. So I'm definitely going to have to put Jack Johnson as number 1. And look, I'm not even going to do this in order or who I think. Well, I am going to say Jack first. What? What you got?
No order.
Okay. Who else? Sean Porter site. I just mess with you.
I'm about to shut this down with that.
I just wanted to poke y'all a little bit, man. All right, who else? Jamal Charlo. Them guys put it on, man. Yeah. I can't even take it away from them. They put it on. Mayweather puts it on. You know what I'm saying? Who else I'd have seen? I like how Ryan dresses. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. And you know what? And I like how Tank got his own way how he does it as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So those are a few boxes that I enjoy. I like how Alicia Baumgartner get down too.
You like outfit?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give my few honorable mentions. So
give it to me.
I'll go with, I like the way Sugar Ray used to handle himself back in the day.
Yeah, Ray did nice. Yeah, Ray was nice.
Kept himself dapper. More modern, I'm in the style like Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Plant, I think puts on.
Caleb Doo. Yeah. Okay.
Cool Boy.
Mm-hmm.
From time to time, I might go with some of the fits from Arrow Spets. It's kind of, but you know, he got a Jamaican in him, so you know they flashy but quiet, and you know what I'm saying. Their outfits are pretty subtle. But as he started getting more money, when the outfits look a little bit more tapered and a little bit less streetwise, and you know, but I guess that always comes with it. Money comes with change, and you know, designer. You used to see when you really get money, the big gaudy pieces are no longer there neither. You see more, you know, tennis bracelets and chains and stuff like that. So everything around the fashion thing gets less loud but more expensive for some reason. But what?
Sometimes I've always said this about money. Money brings out and intensifies what's already in you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can dress, it's just going to take you to the next level. Okay. But if you're a Bama, it's going to intensify the Bama-ness for sure, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Define Bama for them. Go ahead, brother. We're already here.
My guy, Sean Porter, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like he got more money, so it just intensified what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? And somewhere, somehow, some way, some people love how Sean puts it on. I'm just not one of the guys that like how Sean puts it on. You know what I'm saying? I think he dresses like a 75-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. Maybe he was brought up around a lot of OGs. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they was putting it on. You know, but yeah, sometimes, man, you got that money, but just because you got that money don't mean you can dress. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know that I done seen.
I think I could concur. Man, bro, get crazy on Sean. He's a great young man and just like a 70-year-old man. But you know, let's keep it going. But now, as we wrap up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say visionary. Let's say 3 to 5 years. Say, hey, Jay, we want you to join the PBC.
Mm-hmm.
Got about 12 dates for you. So we're gonna set a designer for you. 12 suits for 12 looks. what will be your design of choice to sponsor you for 12 suits for each broadcast show?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's going to be the Ralph Lauren purple label. You know, I think if I was going to have them suit and boot, it's going to be a Ralph Lauren purple label. I like Ralph Lauren not just because of the look. I like the quality of Ralph Lauren, and that it lasts you. You can still have Ralph, man, from high school, man, and it still looks just as good because they put the quality in their clothing. You know what I'm saying? So it lasts. You know what I'm saying? And it's type of thing that transcends. It transcends. Then you got a good fashion when it can go through years and still be okay. You know what I mean? I rocked it in high school. I'm rocking it now, and I'm still looking good at it. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of things I like, that transitional thing. No matter what year, age, era, or whatever, it still looks good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I will have Ralph Lauren purple label. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have them doing me.
That was crazy.
Booty, man, it's definitely going to be purple label for me, Ralph Lauren, man. I just like their suits and things of that nature. They're very nice, man, and the quality is excellent. You know, and like I said, one thing about Ralph, man, his stuff transcends, man. I can wear it in the 80s and I can wear it in the 2000s as well, and I don't look like Huggy Lowdown just getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying?
The selected Bama. Right. Let's get up out of here. But before we do that, let's crush one argument. You're from DC. Currently live in Maryland.
Right.
New York. Currently
Right.
Brooklyn.
Right.
Who gets the credit for the Nike ACG boot?
Oh, you ain't going here, are you?
Come on now.
The Nike ACG boot.
Let's go to the one with the air bubble. Because you know what? Baltimore got the one with the air bubble. Hands low. That was your security shoe out there. For now, I'm not saying you, because I'm crediting you for being from DC.
Right.
All right, so forget them. Yeah, in the comments, we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Nike boots, Brooklyn, New York-ish area, or DC? Who you gonna give the credit to?
I'm taking it. DC takes it, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. When it comes to DC and New York, when it comes to fashion, okay, we're gonna go ahead and address the elephant in the room, okay?
Mm-hmm.
New York always feels though that they are the best fashionistic people of all time.
Mm-hmm.
DC, we know it. We know we puts it on. You know what I'm saying? We were bred since we were kids to put it on. You know what I'm saying? We puts it on well, and we try not to be outrageous about it. See, the difference about DC and New York, I feel though that New York intensifies it too much. They intensify it too much. Y'all want to wear shoestrings this big. We don't. You know we was going to do this. You know we were going to do this. Look at him.
This is how it goes.
Wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
That's it. Jay, wrap it up, man. Let them know where they can follow you at, how they get in contact if need be, and where they can listen to you at a daily basis.
Man, they call me Jay Hardcore. I got a little show called Hardcore's Hangout, man. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the evening. And what we do is we talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing, man. And it's JBT. It's just boxing talk, man. You dig? We talk about what we love early in the morning, in the evening, and all through the day. We just a bunch of boxing degenerates. And then if that's you, you need to get into the Hangout on YouTube. It's on YouTube, 8 in the morning, 8 in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, and all is welcome. Don't don't get bashful or scared because it's called Hardcore's Hangout. You dig? Nah, everybody is welcome, and we want you there. Your boy Remo, he shows up, Jack. You dig? And we just have a great time, and it's a hangout for real.
Appreciate you, my guy. Y'all go follow him. Comment down low if he said anything blasphemous. Bro, we gotta stand up on this one. And yo, we out of here.
The JBT Network is coming together for a boxing talk, and I can't wait to invite you to join us. The boxing talk will be a fantastic opportunity for us to discuss the latest news, trends, and strategies in the boxing industry. We'll be hearing from some of the most talented and influential people in the sport, including trainers, coaches, and athletes themselves. But that's not all. The JBT Network has an amazing lineup of shows to keep your entertainment throughout the day, starting 8 a.m. with Hardcore Boxing hosted by Jay Hardcore. Then Cast Sports takes over at 2 p.m. to break down the history of boxing. At 4 p.m. the Voice of the Street takes over with Just Do Boxing. The day continues when Hardcore Boxing returns at 8 p.m., and then the night is closed out at 9 p.m. with the Rise podcast The Insiders from the Upton, which is the home gym of Tank Davis. The JBT Network also is the host to Let's Talk Fashion, hosted by Remo, where he discusses the culture of fashion, sports, and entertainment every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your favorite show. Also try to share it with a friend.
Let's get right to it, man. Definitely appreciate boy Jay Hardcore for joining us on the show. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you follow that brother. Dope Talk in the morning. Keep me entertained. Just talk boxing, you know what I'm saying, all day, every day, and with the JBT Network. But let's get into our favorite part of the show. You already know what it is. This is Fashion and Clashing. I know. It's Black History Month, but this white dude got a lot of black soul. And we talking about not only an NFL player, not only one of the best in his position, setting records at whatever he does in his position, but we talking about a newly crowned, once again, Super Bowl champion in Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce showed up to the game ready and prepared to win in an Amiri outfit, all bedazzled out and glittered out and nice bag, and it ain't much for me to say. I'm not really a Mary guy, but he showed up and he showed out. And with that, definitely a fashion. I'm with it. I like everything about the flow, the outfit, the confidence, and he came to show up to win. And with an outfit like this is what you win with. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Boom. So now on our Discord, we had a little debate. Jay-Z showed up to the Super Bowl. You know, I know he got creative control of the Super Bowl now. That's dope, you know, for the culture again. Black History Month, we in there. They gave us a dope show, dope halftime show. A little controversial. Usher, once again. But, you know, respect is respect. Jay-Z put it on. But we talking about the fashion aspect of it. Jay-Z showed up in the 2003 pair of S. Carters released by Reebok. The outfit is a little but for some, the nostalgic moment of these S. Carters, is it Jay-Z? Is it the sneakers? This is for you to decide. On me, I'm personally gonna hit it with the Clashing. When these came out in that time frame, I wasn't jacking it. I wasn't really feeling the look of the sneaker. Something always missing to me with that sneaker. So I'm gonna go Clashing. But like I said, once again, leave the comments below, and then you tell me how you feel about this one. Is it fashion or is it Clashing? But shout out to Jay-Z for, you know, putting his stamp in the game as far as the Super Bowl. We had a dope show, great performances, and there's more to come next year, New Orleans. Now, this one right here. It's not really fashion or clashing. It's a little messy. Marcus Jordan and Liza Pippen. Yeah, I know it has nothing to do with fashion. this time around, it does and it doesn't. But if we had to vote, it's fashion. We had to get up out of here. They apparently split up after a year. He was wilding off the rip for even messing with her after, the story between their fathers and her husband, and there was a lot going on. So I'm only hitting clashing, or I'm hitting fashion or clashing. Which one would it be? I'm fashioning the fact that we're going to get some Jordans that might have something to do with the split. Inspired. That might be dope. And I'm clashing the fact that they was even getting married. So I'm fashion and clashing this whole segment. So shout out to Marcus Jordan, getting your life back. 16 years between the two of y'all didn't even make sense. You are the same age, one of her sons. Michael Jordan, Pippen, Future.
Sensational.
It's a lot going on. You need to be involved with that anyway. So get more focus on the footwear, man. Yo, with that being said, we out of here. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, and subscribe down low. Till next week, let's go fashion. And I'm out of here. Peace.